call to order.
1 second. Sure.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Call the meeting to order. It's 6:03 p.m. We'll pledge allegiance. Outside. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm sorry, while we're up, a moment of silence for fallen officers. Okay. Roll call. Mayor Swissvale-Braddock.
Here.
Mayor Hinkle.
Here.
Chris Franzel.
Here.
Kevin Haynes.
Present.
Dr. Jeffrey. Schaefer.
Here.
Ms. Shirley. Okay. All board members to be sworn in by Judge Caulfield.
Yes.
All things, Judge, you don't want your number on camera.
I, Denise Swartzwelder,
I, Denise Swartzwelder,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
and that I will discharge the duties
And I will discharge the duties
of my office
with
fidelity.
Congratulations.
Yes.
I, Kevin Haynes,
I, Kevin Haynes,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and that I will discharge the duties
and I will discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
I, Cassandra Schaefer,
I, Cassandra Schaefer,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and that I will discharge the duties
that I will discharge the duties
of my office
with fidelity. Thank you.
I, Kurt Hinkle,
I, Kurt Hinkle,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and that I will discharge the duties
and I will discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
I, Chris Ansel,
I, Chris Ansel,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of
and
Pennsylvania,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and that I will discharge the duties
and I will discharge the duties
of my
of
office
my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
Welcome.
I will now take nominations for president.
I'd like to nominate Kevin Haynes as president.
I'll second that.
Okay, any more nominations? Okay. Roll call or all A's? All ayes,
Aye.
nays? Okay. I'll now take nominations for vice president.
I nominate Cassandra Schaefer.
Second.
Any others? Okay, all ayes,
Aye.
nays? Congratulations, and I'll hand it over to you, Mr. President.
Oh, we've got two more positions. don't we?
Oh, I didn't realize, I'm sorry. Okay, nominations for secretaries.
I nominate Angela Stribling,
I'll second that.
subject to her acceptance.
Okay, is there any other nominations? All ayes,
Aye.
nays? And nominations for treasurer,
I nominate Chris Ansel.
second,
Second.
any other nominations? All ayes,
Aye.
nays? Now I hand it over to you, Mr. President.
Okay, great, thank you. I'm going to accept motions now. We've got multiple committees. Finance Committee, Personnel Committee, Community Engagement Committee, and Elected Officials Committee. I'll accept nominations now for the Finance Committee. Treasurer, I believe.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who was on before.
I think I was.
Who's the mayor's
Reluctantly.
Both mayors.
Oh, that was
So
personnel.
now it's- Yeah, that's personnel.
personnel.
Yes.
Yeah. So then I will nominate Angela, Shanae, and myself for finance committee. Can I nominate myself?
I think we need two representation from both boroughs.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then we'll say Angela. You want to do personnel? or finance?
Let her rather be personnel. Kurt, do you feel?
I'm rather than personnel.
Well, then,
let him be personnel. I'll take finance.
so I'll nominate Cassie and Angela.
And Chris.
and-
Second. Oh, sorry.
Wait,
Is there a
Kurt
second?
or Shanae,
I said Angela,
Angela and,
Cassie, and
Cassie.
myself.
oh.
So they can, so
Okay.
Brad Hills can have a representation on each committee.
Okay, I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Opposed? Motion carries. On the Personnel Committee, we previously had both mayors. I would recommend that we maintain that and add Shanae. If there's any suggestions,
I so move that.
Second.
discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
All right. Now, this community engagement committee and what this, the role of this committee really is, what I was thinking about this was we have two very different communities that have a variety of events that are important to each community. And our presence, I think, is extremely important. So the goal here is to actually have a committee that can work together to make sure that things are calendared, to make sure that our representation is there. And so I was gonna ask Mayor Schwartzwalder if she would chair this committee. And then I was gonna suggest that either Kurt or Cassie, if you would wanna be on it, and then Angela or Shanae. I'm open to all conversation.
Kurt, would you be willing to take that one? Because I would like to be on the elected officials committee, and then that would be each on two.
Sure.
You sure? Okay.
Fantastic.
So moved.
Who was the third one? Deneen, Kurt,
Angela.
Angela.
Angela. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, the elected officials committee, I was gonna ask Cassie if she would chair that. And then, of course, I would be on this as well. I would be on any of them, obviously, but specifically named on this. And then
Is Shanae on there?
Shanae, yes. Is there a second?
A second.
On favor? Say aye.
Aye.
All right. So Chief has an RFP which he'll circulate for our council for this commission. As we've discussed before, we feel it's important for us to have a council that is separate and apart from either borough council. It needs to act for our position, from our perspective and our position. Is there a motion to circulate that RFP?
I'll second.
Okay.
All right, so I've got a first from Ms. Cassie and then a second from Ms. Swartzwelder. Here, Swartzwelder. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We had previously discussed holding over the Bobs. Bob McTiernan and Robert Garvin as counsel for the commission. We will need to do that for an additional 30 days as we get this RFP out there and we start to circulate the proposals as they come in. Is there a motion to extend them for 30 days?
So moved.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. This next motion, Mr. McTiernan has taken an active role in addressing the concerns of merging the police. We have two bargaining units currently. Ms. Schaefer and I had been meeting with these folks. The holidays over, we have our full-time jobs back again. So it is my suggestion that we name McTiernan, Mr. McTiernan as the interim labor counsel to help address the issues of integration. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Ms. Swartzwelder,
I'll second it.
Mr. Ansel, first motion, second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. So the next is we have a three-part of the administrative side. We have Lindsay and Cheryl and Dion, who has been doing the accounting behind the scenes. There's a need, we believe, for to extend her 1 year, specifically with the Swissvale-Braddock Hills Regional Police Department as a contracted employee or contractor, 1199 employee. Is there a motion or
Are we putting a time frame on the motion?
12 months?
So that is okay. So then I move to appoint Dion Hood as contractor to provide financial services to the regional police department for a time period of 12 months.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
I'm just want to say that I am not comfortable with having her in that role when she has explicitly said that she will not attend meetings. I understand that there may not be a need for her to attend every meeting, but her being unwilling to attend any meetings feels like a problem to me.
Fair. I don't disagree.
Yeah.
I have concern with the importance of her coming to meetings or just having access to anyone that's doing work on behalf of.
Yeah, I feel like, a year, 2 years from now, when things are all running smoothly, then sure, behind the scenes is great. But right now, everybody needs to be very front facing, I think.
So that you,
If I could say something, I think it would be important
if she's unwilling to do that, then she'd be willing to meet with the finance committee on a fairly regular basis if there's questions. I mean, that could be facilitated by Zoom. That way, at least the questions can be answered correctly.
Mhm.
And she's done that in the past, so I don't think that should be.
Doesn't sound like a bad compromise to me, but I'd like to know that that's something she's willing to do before I feel comfortable moving to.
And I understand your concern, but my position is like, and I've discussed this with Mr. Haynes, is that having that third person involved as soon as possible with all the things, especially going on right now, trying to get everything up and running would be important, and her institutional knowledge is very valuable. So
Is she an employee of one of the boroughs?
she is a contractor for Swissvale.
Oh, she is?
Yes.
What does she do for Swissvale?
The finance. And
Oh, she does finance,
Yes.
okay,
It's really the same type of arrangement where she
okay.
comes in and cuts the checks and does the things that she needs to.
that's why she has the institutional knowledge of how we run already. And since we're just keeping the operations as they were, she would be valuable in her knowledge that way.
Would it be helpful at all? Because instead of having the motion read for 12 months to have it read that kind of open-ended, but somewhere, you know, you know, how contracts will say this will continue unless, you know.
Up to 12 months?
Well, no, I was gonna say with like 30 days notice, you know, to make a transition, because the problem we have that I see is right now you said 2 years from now, things are gonna hopefully look a lot
Mhm.
different, that the dust will have settled. But in the time that they're starting up, we need that institutional knowledge. We need the third person to sign off on payroll and all those things now. So I hear the concerns, but I'm in favor of bringing her on now. But if we want to explore other options down the line, let's not lock ourselves into 12 months. Let's lock ourselves in kind of like rolling over month to month until we say otherwise. But that gives us a little bit of that relief valve to be able to explore what those other options might be. Whether it be someone else another organization, another contractor that's willing to come in and come to meetings and whatnot, can be trained and then to vote on. So that's kind of wordy, sorry, but.
So part of the other issue is that there specifically in the description of responsibilities and tasks is the I will not train.
Okay.
So just so we're all managing our
Yeah.
expectations on
Okay.
that.
That's good to know.
I guess the question is, there seems like there's a lot of questions, and I want to honor that and respect that. And quite frankly, we don't know her answer to some of these. Does it impede our progress if we were to table this for 1 month? And you can say yes.
It puts more burden on the three of us who are already here, but if that's.
Well, it doesn't behoove us to table it though. I mean, because we need somebody right now. So if we read the motion as Chris suggested with an open-ended,
If she's willing, yeah.
I would be willing to support a motion to make it a 6-month agreement with the option to extend
to
it.
extend, yeah.
Is she, I'm sorry, is she full-time in Swissvale now?
No, she's a contractor for Swissvale.
Oh, she's
not
not
an employee.
she's not an employee, okay.
Yes.
So she's been running the books for the whole caboodle. Now it's just.
How long has she been with you guys?
5 years.
Oh, yeah, I mean, she was an employee at Swissvale before she kind of spun off on her own as a contractor.
Oh, is she the ex-police officer?
No.
No.
Okay,
That's
all
not
right. Oh, man, that's right. Okay.
It's been a number of years though.
So it sounds like there's an amendment on the table for a 6-month.
So
Yes.
that's an amendment, and I will second that amendment so that we can vote on the amendment.
And the amendment is up to no longer than 6 months with the exception, with the
Option to extend?
option to
With the option
extend.
to extend.
Okay. So we have a motion, we have an amendment. And a second. I'll call for a further discussion on the amendment. A yay vote means that the amendment will substitute the original motion. So I'll call for the votes now. All in favor of amending the motion, original motion?
Aye.
Aye.
Any objections? Any nays? Okay. All right, now we have replaced the original motion with the amended motion of 6 months with the option to continue. I will now move for a vote on it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We will, if you could reach out to her and
Yes, I'll talk to her.
while expressing our desire to make sure that to have a regular meeting with the finance committee
Yes,
via Zoom at her, at her convenience.
yes.
All right. So we have administrative report. Cheryl?
Okay, so far since the last meeting, we applied for a credit card. And I set up for the ADP payroll. They're still working on it, but I have everything. I'm just waiting for them to say the new company is in place, and I have list of all the employees. So the only gotta do is just transfer everything over. So hopefully they'll go smoothly. We've been working on the pension plan with Acrisure and going back and forth with some of that. I did set up an account with Quill for office supplies.
Okay.
So they have an account now with, to order office supplies. And I just got the authorization to sign over, so we can transfer the cars.
Yeah, I'll get that in my report.
Yeah. I think it's it off the top of my head, so.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Cheryl.
Mhm.
Any questions? Chief?
It's been a busy week. So all the paperwork. So we operate under what's called an ORI. It's our originating agency number that comes through the Pennsylvania State Police and also goes up to the FBI for NCIC. It's a number that tracks everything we do as far as arrests or traffic citations or any action that the police department takes. You can't just keep using Swissvale's ORI. So I've applied for a new ORI for the agency, which is part of the process. That paperwork was all submitted today. So that's a big hurdle for us because it all, goes to the courts. I had to notify PCCD, who oversees juvenile holding, and tell them what's going on. They communicate to them, we're getting a new ORI. So all that is in process. That should be done in the next 2 to 3 weeks, including the dispatch center, because they service us and give us access to NCIC and clean, like when we call on the radio and run a driver's license number or a license plate, they are part of that process. So there's a lot of moving parts to get that done, and that's a major hurdle once that's finished. So I hope to come back next month and tell you that's done, which I believe it will be. So that was a big thing. We're working on, like Cheryl said, we should have the cars transferred this week into the name of the regional police. That's required because we're insuring them. So that'll be done. We just keep checking tasks off as we go through, whether it's dealing with insurances. We did paperwork today for the healthcare insurance. That was submitted to keep that moving forward. So I will also send out an email. Mr. Ansel, you sent, to everybody, but it will cover the legal RFP, the job description for the financial person, as well as some other documents that need forwarded to you. So if you have any questions, once you get that email, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer.
Could you give for Mayor Hinkle and Commissioner Schaefer, could you give them a quick rundown of what we did last Swissvale council meeting with regard to the grant?
Oh, so we applied for an LSA local share account grant for 4 vehicles for this year. Mr. Batchy, and I have both emailed representative, through DCED. So what happened was we applied for this grant under the regional police. I was contacted about what our eligibility. I emailed them the original document creating the police department that both municipalities signed. The individual I was emailing with from DCED stated that we were eligible for that grant as a regional police department, and that it was going to be moved forward. Another person from DCED that emailed both Greg and I and said, no, we weren't eligible. We had to apply under one of the municipalities. So before we got the answer, we couldn't wait. So Swissvale passed an ordinance that they would apply resolution, I'm sorry, in our stead for this grant, should they not accept our application as a regional police department. So we're still, I know Greg emailed the lady today from DCD about what the status was, because we forwarded the acknowledgement from the other individual that we were accepted, the regional police was accepted, and that the originating document, we haven't heard back yet. So we're covered either way, whether they acknowledge that the regional police is eligible, or if they say we have to switch it to Swissvale. So all that covered, and it'll be 4 vehicles. It'll be in excess of about $350,000 for the 4 vehicles. So it's a significant grant. We want to make sure it's moving forward. So I also talked to Representative Salisbury about some money for. I requested some money for uniforms, so we can get a complete switch over. And she was very enthusiastic about the idea. So hopefully we'll get that done in the next month or so. And the other thing was the vehicle striping. I'm working with Fast Signs in Swissvale. They provided a very reasonable quote for getting the cars restriped. So that should be started in the next 2 weeks. So I would anticipate by the middle of February, it's all done. All the cars would be restriped with the, I will send the design back out there to you, so you haven't seen it yet. So I'll send that stuff out so you can see that. And but the car should be properly striped at the end of this month, working in February. So
Is that all Kermali's?
yes. It's like the other half of the business.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Chief. That's awesome. We've also, I guess, part of my report, we've also engaged DCED for, what is it called? Technical support.
Technical, yeah, there was an application center for technical support, and they have assigned Jerry Simpson, who did some other regional projects around here to the project. I spoke with him on the phone on Friday, so he will be coming out at some point to make sure we're not missing anything, dotting our i's and crossing our t's. And I believe there is some funding available through DCED, some additional funding, and I will investigate that, move forward quickly as possible. So
Expeditious. That's my favorite. And I want to say that, there is no cost to the commission whatsoever for the material support or the technical support from
Technical assistance,
DCED. And actually, it's kind of a best practice because they've seen what works and what doesn't work across the Commonwealth. So I think and Chief and I were discussing this, it made sense to me that this was the right direction. All right, and then also on my report, seems like 3 Mondays in a row we've been meeting, everybody. All of our officers have been sworn in. We had an excellent event 2 weeks ago, swearing in folks. Everyone was there for the most part. Anyone who was not has been sworn in, separate and apart. Thank you, Judge, who's stepped away. And thank you, Mary Schwartzfelder, for your commitment and your Chicken parm, was
My
good.
extreme
It
pleasure.
was good the day after and the day after that. I do want to reiterate that, this was all through donations from the community and members of this board, including yourself who donated your space and your talent to feed us well. So that's what I have for my report. Anything else for the good of the order? Right. So I will take a motion to adjourn at 6:33 PM.
Motion to adjourn at 6:33 PM.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention?
Go Stillers.
Go Stillers. I'm sure they won't be focused on that. Are we out?